Begin with, I spent the time in Paris. We signed the compact for mayors, a group of cities, about over 300 right now, that have committed climate change activities, proactive, to pick up half of the load that is being committed to internationally is being done at the city level. Went from that, signed the under 2 agreement with cities from all around the country, pledging to reduce the footprint by 2050 at levels unprecedented in the number of cities. Spent the last several days at New Mayor's School in Boston with my class of new mayors. I came here virtually straight from the airport. Everybody has the same question for me after this time, so I'm going to answer it right off the bat. I am not running for Elliot Neystadt.
Dang.
Now I thought that he was going to be here, and I just want to this is my first time to stand up in front of a group since he's made that announcement. So I want to take just 10 seconds to say what an incredible job Representative Neystadt has done. So let me talk about Paris just real fast, and it was one of the most exciting things that I've ever been part of. I was real proud to be part of one of the largest delegations from a city in this country. I went, Council Member Poole, Leslie went with him, Michael went along, obviously Bridget went along. We also had 2 students and faculty members from Houston-Tillotson as part of the delegation. We were all over the green zone and the blue zone. This was the largest collection of mayors and regional leaders in one place in the history of the world. And what that tells you is, and what I was just reinforced every time you turned around, is that while people were focused on the international treaty, and people are obviously still focused on the international treaty, the work that is actually being done, the work that will be done that enables us to get to the goals, is being done at the local level.
Yes.
And what has been happening in Austin over the last year are things that people are seeing and realizing and following around the world. The solar contracts that we've entered into, at the levels that we are entering into them, at the prices that we are entering into them, were things that people who I didn't know came up to me and said, "Hey, you're from Austin," and then started telling me about the work that we had done. And it becomes something that's reaffirming, because all the cities are challenging one another, which is why, as I mentioned a second ago, Austin signed, following from the climate plan that Leslie helped bring through the council this year, and that many of you have worked on for the last several years. The compact for mayors, 360 cities combining together. Everyone's walking around with thumb drives with their climate protection plans, swapping them out with one another, and we came back with several of them. You know, we had an interesting experience on Sunday. So on one of the last days that we were there, we met, Leslie and I, with the mayor from Adelaide, because we were returning to them their opal. But when we got together and sat down at the table, and he made sure that the opal was actually with us, the very next thing he did was hand us his thumb drive with his climate action plan from Adelaide. And that is a city that is pledged to go carbon neutral by 2025.
Wow.
That's our sister city in Australia, beating us by about 25 years.
Oh.
So there's a lot of work for us to do.
Hey, 2024.
It was a fascinating thing to be part of. We had the opportunity to be at the U.S. Ambassadors to France residence twice. We got briefings from the negotiators. What they told us is they thought that the deal would be made, that it would never be as good as what we had all liked it to be, but it was going to be so much better than where we have been in the past. So the expectations are real high for what's going to going to happen. It was fascinating to be part of it. One of my two really proud moments the whole time, other than being in that place and participating. Two of them. One was when I got the call back here at 3 o'clock in the morning to the group of you that were there. Leslie and I were on that call, knowing that we had that support when we were there is something that was real important to all of us being there. And then being with the Houston Tillotson students, because we took them out and talked to them. They're doing incredible work over there with Green is the new black organization that they have. And it's the kids that were at the SOS school. It gave us a lot of chance to talk to a lot of times about how this is core to who we are in Austin. It's our culture, it's what we are. It was a very proud time to be there, and I have high expectations for what's going to happen.
Woo.
Thanks so much.